Up next, the Hornets taking on the Pacers. For the Charlotte Hornets, they've been aggressive and they've been good. 8 wins in their last 10 games. This team looks to grow even stronger with another statement win here tonight. Pacers, Hornets, tip-off in just a moment. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. We'll hear from reporter Allie LaForce in a moment. All right, now a chance to examine the rebounding numbers over the past few months for Ivica Zubac.
And I'm sure he's not pleased with these stats. His rebounding has taken a bit of a tumble over the last couple of months. He's really got to get his energy back up on the glass and start fighting for boards again.
And now the Indiana Pacers starters. Miles Turner out there with Nikola Jokic. Then it's Michael Porter. Then there's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. And for Charlotte, they've got Aaron Gordon. Trey Murphy out there with Anthony Black. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's James in at the power forward spot.
Here we go.
And his teams run through the finish line of the season, Grant. There must be a certain amount of reflection happening.
For teams that are out of it, they might start that process now. But who has time for that if you're playoffs bound?
That's good from Eason on the assist from James.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The layup misses. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. We talked about the challenges the defense faces when dealing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He said once Shai gets under the arc, it's impossible to prevent a shot. He's too shifty. So we need to be ready to help off on the wings early and try and bump him out to the perimeter. Not easy to control the movements of Shai. Guys?
Allie, thank you. And here's Charlotte now. After Indiana picked up the 3 with their last shot. The 3, James. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Outside Porter. The 3 ball. Hornets with the rebound.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
And so it's Indiana with it. The Hornets making their last shot. Caldwell-Pope, the pass to Porter. Turner, a screen on Easton. Shot clock at 6. He swipes the ball away again.
And that steal meant a bit more.
Yeah, it put him 5th on the career list.
Well, you've got to be careful around LeBron and mindful of his presence now. He's very opportunistic defensively, and with that size, speed, and anticipation, he can pick your pocket.
Here's Turner. After the basket by Charlotte. Now here's Jokic. Coming off a solid outing against Chicago. From the high post. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Black passes to Eason. Now here is James. 3-pointer, no good. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Drilled from 11 feet out. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
And Gordon with the big finish.
And Gordon taking advantage of the fact that when he gets up in the air like that, nobody's interested in getting in his way.
You know, Clark, despite winning 3 championships prior to the NBA days, the Pacers are still looking for their first NBA title.
Yeah, they've been close a couple of times in the history of the NBA, 2000 and 2025. They've had some really great teams over the years in the 90s and 2010s, and They came close last year, and I think they'll continue to knock and one day kick that door in.
Clark, last year, Jokic had arguably one of the greatest offensive seasons in NBA history.
Absolutely amazing, B.A. I mean, he averaged a 30-point touchdown, triple-double, shooting over 57% from the field and 41 from three. This guy is building one of the greatest legacies we've ever seen in the league.
Now here's Caldwell Pope. Yet to see a basket. James outside. Here he goes. Indiana with a rebound. Last time they met was in Indianapolis.
Their reserves have to step up this time around and get stops. That was the difference the last time these teams played.
I couldn't agree with you more. They allow some opposing reserves to get it going. You know the stars are going to get their point. But when you allow those second unit guys to get it going, that's when you're in trouble.
X from downtown. He's got 5.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Eason. Pass to Jokic. Up and over Gordon. And it's Jokic. That time on the assist from Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is exactly how you should use Jokic in these situations. Feed that beast inside.
James, a screen on SGA. Here's Black. Taking a look at his production. Averaging just over 8 points a game. 4-3. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
A guard with outstanding size and really impressive playmaking abilities. For Anthony Black, it's really about continuing to develop as a scorer.
Quickly is checked in for Indiana. And he sinks the second. The Hornets are led by head coach Charles Lee, who was a 2-time champion as an assistant, Clark.
Yeah, that's exactly right, B.A. He won a title as an assistant coach with the Bucks in 2021, then another as the top assistant for Celtics in 2024, and that's exactly why Lee was brought to Charlotte, to establish and build a winning culture.
He's in his comfort zone, 2 for 2 to start this one. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Charlotte.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
They're also managing to make lots of trouble for their opponent in transition. Right away, they're finding points on the break.
At 6'7", Black has really good positional size and using that length to his advantage.
Quickly with a screen on Eason. Pass to Jokic. No good there. Good work defensively by Gordon. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 5. That won't fall. He's just 2 of 5 in this one. James inside. Porter's there. Jokic grabs the board.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Pass to Turner. Jokic in the post. Black defending. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And you think about Jokic's point center game. He's a pioneer, Grant, a one-of-a-kind.
Oh, one-of-a-kind indeed. And historically, very few centers have led their team in assists, and none with the regularity of Jokic. So he's an outlier, but is he a trendsetter? Only time will tell.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Zubats, he's checked in for LeBron. Miller comes in for Eason, and it's Shepard in for Black. Now here's Gordon. Playing Phoenix, he was nearly unstoppable. Zubats. Great D that time from Jokic.
He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
Some nice passing by Indiana here. Turner for 3, and the rebound goes to the Hornets.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Miller. Porter pulls it in. Pacers trail by 3. Jokic finds SGA. Back to Jokic. Shoots over Miller. No good off the back of the rim. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Their last game, a win against the Suns. Looking to carry it into this one.
It was a lockdown effort defensively, contesting shots and really protecting the paint.
Well, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate grit, getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Now here's Porter, doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. Zubac against Jokic. And it's blocked.
Excellent at guarding the rim. When you challenge Zubac like this, he'll make you regret that move.
Charlotte, no good that time either. Pacers trail by 3. Quickly passes to SGA. Now here's Jokic. He's guarded by Zubac. And there's Jokic on the assist by SGA. 9 points for Nikola Jokic.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through defense.
Gordon with a screen on SGA to get back on. Oh, nice! Oh, big finish! Man!
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
Thanks to AT&T for that fantastic look from their connected cam. The Pacers have got 6 of 14 in so far. And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
And Indiana changes. Reed's checked in for Turner, and it's Highland in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Quickly outside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. That one on Murphy. Indiana shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
Here's Shepard. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Phoenix.
With 3 steals in the night, he helped them in a big way.
A chilly quarter for him offensively, trying to get warmed up.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Trey Murphy didn't dunk in a game until he was a high school senior. Crazy to think now with the length and the leaping ability he has. He said back then there were times where I'd have doubt or be a little stressed about my future. If I said I knew I'd end up here, I have been lying to you. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Allie. Now here's Miller. He picked up 15 in their last win against Phoenix.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good.
Here's Highland. No made baskets yet. Let's look back on this past month and see the teams who were lights out from three-point range. Second, the Hornets.
Tell you what, when you have a month like this, the way they've been shooting it, you feel like the basket is 3 times as big as normal. I mean, it's hard to maintain this level of productivity, but we'll see if they can make it happen.
The Pacers making a switch here. Wade's checked in. Now here's Miller. The D's right on him. And Gordon with the big finish.
Since entering the league, we've continued to see Miller grow as a playmaker.
Pass to Jokic. And here's Porter. And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Nas Reed's checked in for Jokic. Oh, wasted no time on that one. And it's a 5-point Hornet lead.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
Quickly outside. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Well, the Hornets shooting well so far at 48%. And Miller the bucket on the assist by Gordon. Miller's got 6.
Anybody going to make Miller think about it? I mean, you can't be lax there.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside, Highland. 6 on the shot clock. Here's the pick. Quickly outside. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. He's got 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Charlotte on top. They're up by 5. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
Simply put, they look totally fearless on the defensive end.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
They've got Anthony Black. Tari Eason is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Miller, and it's Diabate at 5. So that's the group out there, Charlotte. Now here's Miller. Stolen by Quickly. They push it up 4 on 3. Pass to Prince. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Prince can really elevate now. He plays much bigger than 6'7", and we just saw an example of that there.
James outside. Miller outside, 6 to shoot. Outside Eason. Screen by James. Miller. No good with the triple.
Started out strong from three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Porter's pass to Reed. Back to Quickly. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Indiana.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Pass to Miller. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Yes, it's good.
This shows you the versatility of Miller. He's able to work off screens and create some space for himself.
Looking at the young forward, Brandon Miller. Just how high is this kid's ceiling, Clark?
BA, I think he's got all-star potential. I mean, he's a multifaceted scorer, really solid rebound position and a good passer, just a good all-around player who I think is only going to get better and better as time goes on. That's how to use a size mismatch in tight. Take it to the rack.
Charlotte shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers.
Caldwell Pope's checked in for Indiana.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw off from Eason. Well, Clark, by my count, in your career, you made all of 23 triples and hit a respectful 34%.
Over a close to 5-year career, maybe the equivalent of 3 1/4 years on the court. Yeah, the 3 ball was not being shot a lot. I will tell you, I was looking to add it to my repertoire, though, and that's the case for all of these guys playing now. Everybody is shooting threes.
Now here's Black, out to the right wing. Miller outside. Now James. The 3. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 6 rebounds in the game. Left side Reed. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And last season, the Pacers started with home court advantage for the first time in over a decade, Grant.
Yeah, the 4th seed in the East, BA. And with a blend of youth and experience on the roster, this is a team built to win now and into the future.
And so Reed nails them both.
And every season, it seems, Reed takes another step forward in adding to his game, and that's a testament to his strong work ethic.
Now, here is James. 23 points for him last game against Phoenix. Down low. LeBron fires one down.
What a finish. I mean, he just took off.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Now here's Eason. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix.
Yeah, what about his work on the glass? I mean, he was an all-around contributor to a winning effort.
Here's Miller. 4-point game. Driving to the basket. Here's Diabate. Oh, and Reed with a block.
What a denial that time by Reed. Excellent body control on that block.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense, positioning himself well to send it back.
Nikola Jokic has checked in for Indiana. Pacers trail by 4. Here's quickly, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
Eason can't get it to go. For Indiana, they've gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Quickly outside. And here's Porter outside. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Boy, the mechanics of Porter Jr.'s shot are just so efficient. Almost automatic. Gets the ball and puts it right up into the shooting pocket.
Stolen by Reed. Quickly outside. Pass to Jokic. The Hornets pull it in. Now Black. James, a screen on quickly to the inside. And it's James with the jam.
Well, you better stop the ball, especially when it's LeBron James with it. That guy is pretty good.
Jokic finds Porter. Outside Reed. Caldwell Pope against Miller. Indiana needs to get off a shot here. Porter's shot is off. Charlotte has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Here's Eason. Off the mark there with a three. Indiana's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far. Now here's Quickly. Black defending. Got it. Makes him 4 for 6 from the floor.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. A big group substitution here for Charlotte. Zubats, he's checked in for Diabate. Aaron Gordon comes in for LeBron. Trey Murphy, he's checked in for Eason. And it's Shepard in for Black. Wade, he's checked in for Indiana. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Quickly. And here's Charlotte now. They trail by 1. Miller on the wing. Give him 8. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Miller's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, I like whenever Miller uses his size to his advantage, especially down near the rim.
Reed for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Wade. He's scoreless. Outside for SGA. Oh, SGA going to town inside. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for Indiana.
I'm going to say the defensive intensity has been impressive, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least to try to squeeze that orange a little better. Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
Up top, Gordon. No one near him. Buries the jump shot. Gordon's got 8.
Well, I like the confidence here. Gordon is excellent at realizing when he has room to shoot even before he has the ball. That's what we call seeing a play ahead.
Back to the basics, unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he makes the basics look pretty outstanding, though, huh?
That's true.
Now, I'd suggest that he stay with those basics because we've got a tight one here tonight.
Sinks the tray. He has 7.
Like the presence of mind displayed there by Gordon. He plays well within the offensive sets and is really a selfless player.
SGA passes to Caldwell Pope. Now Jokic. Outside SGA. Just 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Zubats.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet.
Timeout.
We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. The Pacers making a switch here. Quickly's checked in. All right, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see the teams who have been dominating the board since the All-Star break. The Pacers 4th.
Incredible rebounding numbers since the break. They've put in a lot of effort.
And here are the Pacers now, trailing by 2. Reed passes to Quickly. And Indiana misses again. The Hornets have gotten 8 of 14 shots to drop so far in the second. And Gordon with the big finish.
And, you know, over time, Gordon's offensive game has evolved. I mean, he's capable of getting it going from anywhere now.
Inside, a slam dunk by Reed.
Not the tallest center in the league. He more than makes up for it with those crazy hops.
Pass to Miller. Gordon with a screen on Caldwell Pope. Here's Miller. No good from outside.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Will grant a wrist injury. Hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. They have him back in action though.
Yeah, the number tick in 2023. I mean, the future still bright for Miller, and he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey, well, the Pacers are moving as one. Coach Rick Carlisle said the thing I love about this team is that we're a true team. We're a group that needs each other. We work at communication. We're collaborative. We make sure our guys have a voice, and we're all in it together. Brian?
They win by committee. Thank you very much for the report, Allie.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's Jokic. Got it! Jokic down low.
He is in a groove. You can tell he's playing with a lot of confidence.
Charlotte has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. Gordon on the wing. Shepard. Now Miller. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the wing. Excellent D there from Caldwell Pope. And so Quickly will bring it up for the Pacers. Oh, got a piece of it. And that'll be Indiana's ball as it goes out of bounds. Pacers able to keep the possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Catching up on the changes for Indiana. Turner, he's checked in for Reed. And it's Porter Jr. in for Quickly. Now here's Jokic. He's got 16. Here's SGA. Got a hand on it.
Zubac is a skilled defender, so you've got to really be careful when you attack him.
Pass to Shepard. Miller outside. Gordon with a screen on Caldwell Pope. The 3 is up. Miller can't get it to go. Out Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. Aaron Gordon, he's been the guy making things happen for Charlotte. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
And welcome, Player of the Month. Let's check him out. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, it sure is nice to see you guys agreeing about something for a change. All right, let's circle back to those first two quarters we saw. How about the play of Aaron Gordon?
And what he did to those defenders, you know they're in the locker room right now discussing ways to keep the ball out of his hands.
That may be the only way to stop him, because even against doubles, he's been accurate. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. The Hornets shooting a nice 50% for the game. Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. We've got Michael Porter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Then there's Miles Turner. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. And Grant, while most didn't expect it, last season the Pacers made the second NBA Finals appearance in their franchise's history.
Yeah, B.A., there's so much belief right now in that locker room. They never feel like they're out of a game, and that makes them dangerous.
Buries it from three.
Well, it's good for Black to have some scoring options beyond simply driving the basketball, showing off his accuracy from range this time.
Now here's SGA. Porter with a screen on Eason. Here's SGA. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. SGA's got 9. These teams just in the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
It's tipped. Stolen by Jokic. Pass to SGA. Here's Turner. Black with it. Caldwell-Pope covering. No luck on that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Turner. Indiana leading. Outside Porter. There's a screen by Turner. Goes up from the top of the key. James with the rebound. And it's Miles Turner with the foul. That's his first foul. The Hornets have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Gordon with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Jokic knocks it loose.
Excellent defensive positioning and anticipation from Jokic. Able to lock the rim down there. Good work.
Turner finds Jokic. Outside, SGA. Some nice passing by Indiana here. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Puts it up from 17. Jokic, no good. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. For 3, James. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Halftime didn't do them any favors offensively. They've missed 4 of their last 5 shots.
To the left side wing. Unloads. Drops one in from the wing. 9 points in the game.
LeBron doing what he does best, creating for and elevating others.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Eason. Here's Jokic. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Gordon's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Eason. An easy 2 on the layup. And now a 3-point Hornet lead.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Such a unique player, Clark. Miles Turner. He's both a floor spacer and a rim protector.
There aren't too many guys like that in the league, BA. I mean, those are two very distinct skill sets, and to have them in one big guy like Turner, that's certainly something you relish and appreciate.
The first free throw is good.
Yeah, you know, he's become a solid big man in this league. Miles Turner understands his role and is starring in it, and does a really good job, I think, playing to his strengths.
He's off on the second. Talk about guys who have springs for feet. Aaron Gordon's one of them.
Yeah, when people think of Aaron Gordon, I think they attach him to the dunk contest. I mean, he's so uber athletic. I mean, he put on a few amazing performances in that event in the past. But the surprise of many, he actually didn't win the dunk contest, but he's become a really good all-around player.
And the Pacers with possession here. The Hornets making their last shot. Turner for three, and the three-pointer goes. Turner's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, in today's basketball world, big men have to shoot it, and Turner's got a nice touch and pretty good range out there.
Black outside. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And so Porter will bring it up for the Pacers. It's a one-point game.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Black outside. Screen by James. And he lobs it up. And Gordon with the big finish. Here in the second half, this game still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
There. And the shouts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And you got to respect their energy level. A lot of steals, staying active, and making things happen.
Free throw dropped for Jokic.
A multiple MVP winner. I mean, the former second-round pick, Jokic, continuing to add to his legacy.
Gordon with a screen on Porter. Let's go with a three. Eason can't get it to go. Indiana's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Porter the pass to Caldwell Pope. His first shot attempt, and it's Indiana scoring again.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Screen, I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for LeBron James.
Over the past 5 games, his assist totals have been slipping. He and his teammates just don't seem to be clicking right now. Hopefully that's something he can correct tonight.
Black with it. He's got 7. And here's Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Back to James. He shoots. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the inside. Turner passes to Caldwell Pope. Again, Indiana.
Well, Caldwell Pope's game, a very effective shooter off the catch.
Black outside. Screen by Gordon. To the paint. Looking to win the run. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Yeah, we saw this on display in the slam dunk contest. Gordon has some major bunnies, a creative slam dunk artist.
Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 11 points in the game. Pass to Jokic. Good work defensively by Gordon. Hornets trail by 4. Here's Eason. A rebound by Turner. Turner's got 4 rebounds in the game. The Pacers have gotten 7 of their first 11 attempts to go in this half. Now Porter launches it, and they'll get another chance. Jokic in the post, defended by Gordon. Jokic's shot is good.
Jokic just shrugging off the contact made that shot look a lot easier than it really was.
And there's the lob, and Gordon with the big finish.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
Man, I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Charlotte has gone just 1 of 5 from 3-point range here in the 3rd quarter. Pass to Eason. Screen by Gordon. And it's Eason penetrating. Out to James. Here's Black. Indiana with a rebound. Turner's got his 6th rebound on the night. Jokic passes to SGA. To the middle. Here's the steal. Now the Hornets moving it up. Here's James. Superb transition play from LeBron.
You know, LeBron plays a very mystery game, usually in the open court, and when he's out on the break, the points are almost a guarantee.
And timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Quickly is checked in for Caldwell Pope. And now we go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams with the most blocks per game over the last month. 5th, the Hornets.
These guys have been so impressive down low on the defensive end, denying shots left and right over the past month.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Gordon. That's his first foul. Porter, the pass to SGA. Outside for Porter.
He managed to knock down one triple in the first half, but nothing since then.
And Indiana misses again. Shepard. Gordon outside. Here's Shepard. Turner covers for three. Gordon. They get it back. Miller outside. Knocks down the long J. Miller's got 13.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Quickly outside. Now here's Turner. To end the drought. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Aaron Gordon.
With his ability to score inside and hit threes, Miles Turner is a difficult assignment.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Turner. Naz Reid's checked in for Indiana. So hits one and misses one at the line.
He really wanted to capture the lead there, but on the bright side, at least the game is tied.
Pass to Zubac. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Hornets lead by 2.
Offensively, this is where Zubac usually gets his points, from the free throw line down.
Turner, a screen on Easton. From deep, SGA. It's rebounded by Zubac.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Here's Shepard, guarded by Quickly. Pass to Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Over Reid. Gordon can't hit. And so Porter will bring it up for Indiana. Turner passes to Reid. And there it is for him. And that's now 6 points here for Naz Reid.
You can't allow Reid to get that kind of positioning. He's got great touch down there.
Reid against Gordon. Shoots a lead. Gordon can't hit. Indiana's gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Nice shot by Turner.
Confident in the paint, Turner knows he can cash in from this area.
Charlotte trailing. Miller outside. Beyond the arc. Reid with the rebound. Indiana shooting an excellent rate of 56% in the third quarter. And it's Quickly with a miss. Well, the Hornets shooting just about 43% in the third. Pass to Miller. Fires the 3. Reid with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Now Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Easton. Turner, a screen on Easton. Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good.
Showing more patience this half. His shot selection has improved, and his field goal percentage is rising.
And here's Shepard for 3. It's not going to go for him. The third quarter comes to a close. The Pacers out in front. 4. Don't go anywhere, folks. Wait a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. We've got LeBron James. Trey Murphy up there with Anthony Black. Then it's Miller, and it's Diabate in at center. That's the Hornets 5. Out left to the wing. Down low. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Win or lose, this is the fight you want to see from your players.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Now here's Quickly. Yes! And the foul! It's going to go on Anthony Black.
And that's exactly how you attack length. I love how he doesn't lack assertiveness.
That's well done there. I mean, don't even give him a chance to get to the block. Get in tight and finish at the rim.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Quickly. And it's the Hornets with the ball, trailing by 5. Pass to Diabate. Now Black from outside the arc. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now to the middle. It's intercepted. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Stolen by Quickly. And here's Jokic. Hornets with the rebound. Diabate rebounds in the game. The inside. Here's James. James, a freight train coming.
His overall size and strength really sets James apart from the rest of his peers when you think about his skill set inside.
Pass to Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
And in traffic, he uses the reverse to keep the shot blocker at bay.
What an incredible move. Not everyone has that kind of skill.
No, that was outstanding, guys.
Here's Diabate. Miller outside. Looking to get back on track. And the layup is up and in.
Well, I think this is huge for Miller's confidence. The more he scores inside, I think the more dangerous he becomes.
Quickly outside. Pass to Jokic. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's Diabate. Miller outside. James passes to Black. Out to the wing. Releases. Pacers with a rebound. Reed's got 5 rebounds tonight. Inside. Jokic muscles it down.
Tonight it's been all Joker all the time. He's been pouring it on here.
Here's Diabate. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Outside, Caldwell Pope. To the wing on the left. Now here's Jokic. He's covered closely. Clock at 4. With the fadeaway. Miller pulls it in.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on it.
Black, left side. Pass to James. Back to Black. To tie it up. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Miller. And it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And Indiana with some changes. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Jokic. Porter Jr. comes in for Wade. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Quickly. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Rick Carlisle as he talked with the team. Coach wasn't very animated in this tight game, but asked this of his team: how bad do you want it? Right now, this is all about who wants it more. So go out there and take it, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Gilgeous-Alexander. It's deflected. Puts it up from 15. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got rebound number 7 tonight. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pulls it. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's Diabate. James up top. Turner covers. And the first one at the line is good. Indiana making a switch here. Quickly's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
You have no concerns when he's at the free throw line. Very consistent.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Black defending. Stolen by Miller. And here comes the break. Moving it up. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Porter. On the wing quickly. Pass to Turner. Quickly outside. Reed sets a screen. To stop the drought. There's the block. And it's out of bounds to Indiana. And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Clock is at 3. And it's Quickly. That time on the assist by Turner. Turner's got his 4th assist with that last one. Hornets trail by 3. Miller outside. Nice passing by Sharpton to score.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Now here's SGA. Outside Porter. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte. James has got his 5th rebound in this one. To take the lead. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now here's Quickly. Reed sets a screen. Quickly passes to Reed. It's good. And it's 8 points here for Naz Reid.
Tell you, I love the effort from the defense there, but inside, Reed just had the strength to overpower him.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Charlotte making some changes. Aaron Gordon comes in for Diabate, and Tari Eason subbed in for Miller. Then for Indiana, Nikola Jokic is checked in for Reed, and Caldwell Pope is subbed in for Quickly. Charlotte has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. James, a screen on SGA. James, outside. James from distance. Easy work.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Eason. Pass to Jokic. It's blocked.
Flying in to deny him at the rim. Boy, I love the challenge Gordon presents right there, coming over to get that shot.
And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for Charlotte.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks too.
Boy, I've liked the defensive persistence, hounding the opposition and forcing mistakes. As a result, coming up with steals too.
Pacers trail by 3. Outside, SGA. Impressive finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
It doesn't matter what the defense does inside. Gilgeous-Alexander was determined to get through.
James against Turner. Black outside. Gordon outside. It's James on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Black. The shot's good on the assist by James. And the Hornets lead by 4.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Black. Gordon outside. Off target with the 3. Indiana, they've gotten 7 of 16 attempts dropped since the start of the fourth. Here's SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander sinks a big one.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Eason, pass to Gordon. Eason, a screen on Jokic. Gordon. Oh, the long ball, no good.
I think everybody in the building expected them to make that collective shot.
And there's the screen. Can't get the 3. The Hornets have gotten 8 of 16 attempted shots to go here in the fourth. Now Black. Eason, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Eason. Ball stolen. In transition, here they come. And Trey Murphy is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. They lead by 1. Now Turner. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. Out of bounds. It'll be Hornets ball. Here's James. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Oh, LeBron sending it home.
LeBron delivering in the key moments. Huge basket from the King.
SGA looking around. Cuts off the pass. Oh, he dropped it straight in.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
quarter. Clock at 6. From deep. James rips down the board. And James has got the ball here for Charlotte. It's a 3-point game. Gordon down low. He's against Turner.
Going to need a better effort than that to get it past Turner. He is an elite rim protector.
Talk about stepping up in a big way.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Outside Gordon.
Really a fantastic job by Gordon to bury himself down there, giving the defense really no other choice than to foul it.
On the first, and that'll do. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game, and it's Rick Carlisle calling timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
With the time left, I think they've got to be looking for a quick shot here.
SGA against Eason. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded closely.
No fear in the eyes of Gilgeous-Alexander. His guys believe in his ability to come up big.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. Use everything you can on the clock here.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
For the tie! And so it's the Hornets who come out on top here. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
All right, Aaron, a special performance for you tonight. Talk about how you were able to get it going.
Just relax, let the game come to me. Teammates did a great job finding me. And that's just kind of how it works when you let it come to you.
He gives all credit to his team.
All right, Allie, thanks. Great stuff there. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.